Alright guys, second video. This one's going to go out to all the group admins out there that are watching, listening, halfway paying attention, I guess. And, you know, the shop owners, juice makers. Even with everything we got going on today, we got groups out there that are like, no advocacy posts. We're here to blow clouds. We're here to have fun. I'm all for clouds, fun. It's part of the reason I got so into this community was the fun that I did have. But we're at war, and we've got to have as much education for vapors out there everywhere, not just in this group or that group. You know, you can't just sit there and say, oh, no advocacy posts. There's plenty of other groups for that. No, you got to have them in every group. Educated vapors is going to win this war. The more we have uneducated vapors out there saying, I'm going to vape wherever I want, it's safe, it's 100% safe, you can't tell me what to do, that's what's going to kill us. Because they're going to be vaping in places they shouldn't vape. And blow, you know, and there's a difference between taking a little tiny puff here and blowing a big ass cloud. If you know of a group that doesn't allow advocacy posts, you need to let your voice be heard. Tell them, hey, I want the advocacy. I want to hear what's going on in the community. I want to know what the government's trying to do. I want to be educated. And if you're a shop owner and you've got a group wanting to do an event at your shop and you know they don't allow advocacy, tell them no. Say no. I'm an advocacy-based shop, and if your group doesn't allow advocacy, then I don't want you here. You know, you start getting involved in advocacy, then we can talk. Shop owner, juice makers, if you got a group that you know is not big on advocacy, don't give them stuff for their giveaways. I understand, you know, you got to get your product out there, but there are plenty of groups, you know, that will promote your products, and they are big on advocacy, which is huge. And here's the thing, man. I made a post in a group today about the advocacy event that Escape to Vape in Gainesville, Florida is hosting this weekend on the 31st. And without an admin contacting me, talking to me, saying one word, making a comment on the post, you know, saying, hey, check with us before you do this, it was taken down and totally removed, and nobody has said one word about it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that upset me big. And it's craziness. It's crazy. You know, if vapors do not get involved, then the non-vapors and the anti-vapors and big tobacco and big government are going to win. If we don't stand up united, not this group versus that group versus this group versus that group and this person versus that person or this company versus that company, it can't be that way. We all got to work together. We all got to do what it takes. And if you have to swallow your pride and work with somebody you normally wouldn't work with for the betterment of the community, that's what matters. I can't stress this enough, guys. If we do not get together and be united we vape, divided we fall. And, you know, because as much as people don't want to believe this, those representatives and congressmen and governors and mayors and councilmen, they're on Facebook too. You might not think they're checking out Facebook groups, but they are. They're looking to see what everybody in their area is saying about it. And if you got a bunch of infighting between groups and they're bouncing around seeing, oh, they're not united, they ain't going to side with us. So, excuse me one second. we got to get together. We got to put the pettiness aside. We got to join forces and stand united against these people who are trying to take what is saving lives away from us. I have met so many awesome people since I started this a little over 2 years ago. I am amazed at the sense of family that this community has. I'm sure we all know stories of somebody who was running a little broke, didn't have a lot of money, needed some juice, needed a battery, their tank glass broke, the thousands, needed some wire, needed some cotton, and people will make it happen. I know I've had it happen to me. I know countless others that it's happened for, and I don't want to see that taken away, because I know a lot of people out there don't have any sense of family anywhere else but this community. And if this is taken away from them, then whew, I hate to see it. We've got to come together. We've got to stand together. We've got to be united. And we've got to let them know we vape, we vote, and united we stand, divided we fall. Don't let them take it from you just because of a little petty difference. If, when you're out there and you're vaping and you walk into a shop and you see, hey, there's somebody from another group and you're told, oh, I can't like this person because they're in this group or that group. Ignore that crap, man. Get to know your fellow vapors. Show up at advocacy events. Let your local shops know you want them to host advocacy events. Let them know you want to get involved. Ask them about things like the Florida Smoke-Free Association, CASA, SAFADA, VISTA, the American Vaping Association. Go to conventions when you can, because these advocacy groups are at these conventions. You actually get some face-to-face time. The Vapors Militia, Joe, Robin, everybody out there, they're awesome people. I've met them a couple different times at different conventions. They're amazing people, and they need all the help they can get. All these groups do. Every group needs all the help they can get. All hands on deck. Everybody ready to go to war. And when I say go to war, I want to clear that up. When I say go to war, it's not one of those we're going to attack the government type deals. No, we're not doing that. But we're going to stand united, and we're going to fight this the legal ways, the legal channels. We're going to go through this, and we're going to do things properly. We're going to be respectful about it, and we're going to work with them. That's a big thing. This community, this industry, is consumer driven. And the thing about it is, all these regulations that are coming down the pipe, I've said this a million times before, all these regulations, we're already ahead of the game. We've already got companies doing born-on dates, ingredients on the labels, child-proof packaging, ingredient lists. They're already well ahead of the curve. And that's the thing, is we are a proactive community. We're not reactive. And that's what's setting us above and beyond, is everything that they're coming at us, they want us to do, we're already ahead of the game doing it. And that's what's going to help us win. And, if you get a chance, go to your local shops and say, hey, what can I do to help with advocacy? Talk to them. Let them know you're willing to help. Who knows, they may be having a fundraiser and they need somebody to help organize. Maybe they need somebody to do a flyer, or to pass flyers out, or to create an event on Facebook or Twitter, or any number of social medias. Let them know you're there to help. You may not think you can do much. It's like you hear this every election year. Oh, I'm just one person, my vote doesn't matter. But if 30 million people feel that way, that's 30 million votes that could have swung an election a different way. Recent study just came out, said 10% of adults in the United States are vapors. Last time I checked, there was a little over 300 million people in the United States. So 10% of that's 30 million people. 30 million people get united and stand together, we're going to make one hell of an impression. So, alright, that was the end of my rant for tonight. So, I hope I didn't sound too stupid. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope I got some good points across. And, as always, Wow. United we vape, divided we fall. We vape and we vote. Let it be heard.